Okay, I'm going to try this again because the audio the last time, the other video I just did not come out very well, so I'm going to redo it, and I'll redo the snipping as well. This pair of scissors I've had for a very long time. They're just stainless steel scissors. They're actually electrician grade scissors. They're made for cutting wires. They're designed for that. This, straightforward, seedy. Nothing special here. It's just a Kodak. It's a scrap CD. It doesn't, you can't write anything to it or anything anymore. And what you do, or what I've been doing anyway, is, as you can see, the scissors just cut it, no problem. So what I do is I cut an area larger than what I need, and the foil will always flake off like that. That's normal, because that's where you're writing your data when you write your CD, and the plastic is just there to give it a form. You're better off to take the foil off when you're going to be hot gluing it down, because you don't want the hot glue to pull the foil off in flight and rip the control horn out. So what I do is I square them off, the edges, so all my edges are as clean as possible. And nice squared edges on it initially when you start. And then, as you know, your control horns, they all pretty much have the same basic form, so you cut a little further than what you normally would for your control surfaces. And then put your base for your foot. Come on. It's harder when you're only getting a tip. There we go. And then cut back down to it. Now I'm just freeform cutting this. I'm not cutting this. I didn't cut out a form or anything or write anything on it. As you can see, it was just a straightforward cut through the CD. I'll just round off the edge here a little bit. Sharp edges. It's not good for the foam. It's not good for your fingers. It's an accident waiting to happen. And then I'll just scrape off the foil that's on this one. Give you a good look at it there in a second. So, as I said, it's very straightforward. You can see it cuts the CD very easily. This is a little cleanup here. As you can see, actually it's kind of hard to see, but as you can see, it's very straightforward. Horn. You push this side into your foam here at the bottom, so you put that in your foam, you drill your hole up in the top. Let's put something with a color behind it so you can maybe see that a little better. Of course, never anything with color conflict over CD. Actually, that ought to do it. There we go. That'll actually allow you to see it. So, like I said, you have your straightforward form. The piece you would push into the foam, so it would sit in your foam like that. And you put your hole in there, or 2 holes, or whatever you want to drill. Usually 1 hole is enough anyway, and that would do the same thing as your control horn. It's a very standard fit, and as you can see, based on the size of the CD, I mean, I wasn't careful when I cut. I just cut, and I got a lot of excess. Like, I could probably make another control horn off of this piece right here. This piece right here as well. I mean, off of this I could probably easily get 10, 12 control horns without even thinking about it. But like I said, when you're cutting it, it's just cuts like nothing. It's going to pop depending on the type of CD you get. Some CDs are a little better quality than others. They may be a little thicker, so they may be a little harder to cut depending on your scissors as well. But if you can't cut them with scissors, get a pair of metal sheeting shears, and it'll do the same thing. It'll probably cut it easier if you find that there's a difficulty when you're cutting CDs with a pair of scissors. But that's basically it. Very straightforward. I've used it to make motor mounts, and it doesn't flex. Like, it flexes a lot, but I'm applying a lot of pressure to get it to do that. But when it's hot glued or it's down, you can really get the control horn here. It doesn't, like, there's so little space for it to move. It doesn't flex all that much. So when it's in the plane, it's not going to move anywhere. It's just going to push forward or backward on the control surface. But that's very straightforward, very, very simple. You know, it's just a simple way of making control horns. You can use any kind of plastic, like an old debit card or credit card, anything that was plastic around the same thickness, an old CD case. Although that may be a little more brittle, this is more flexible in that respect. So CD case would probably just crack away. You won't really cut that very easily. But old scrap CDs that you have, it works just fine. So there you have it.